Hi guys, so if you remember the last time with our composite Batman, what we ended up doing was buying a truckload of skill point. So let's see if it paid off. So let's talk to our old friend. Oh, there's a police officer who wants to die pretty quick, so let's oblige him. So the one advantage of buying skill points early is that you get access to all the weapon combos of the weapon you're using pretty quick. And once we reach level 10, we could have at least one weapon combo, possibly all of them, depending on how many points we decide to purchase. No, I'm not sure why I could not interact with the little machine. And I mentioned how telekinesis was all kinds of awesome. It doesn't always work though. I'm not sure why. Sometimes, there we go. Sometimes it'll pick up a car. Sometimes it won't. At first, I didn't really want to do. When I created my Magneto character, I didn't really want to play a mental character at first. I essentially I created my Magneto just to play with my friends, and we needed a controller. But once I tried the various powers, and especially like there's a few like telekinesis that I really fell in love with, and so that pretty much changed my whole perception over about the mental powers. I guess I was picturing Professor X or Marvel Girl, and I didn't realize all that the mental tree actually implied or actually allowed you to do. As you can see, I love it a little too much. I spam it a bit too much and pretty much run out of power. But it's okay. I'll manage. And as I mentioned, the thing is that it doesn't always pick up item. Sometimes you have to cast it once or twice before it actually picks up anything. As you can see, having access to the weapon combos uh, really doesn't hurt. Those poor police officers have no chances. And at level 10, once we manage to get a weapon mastery, we'll be even more powerful. Even with the same amount of skill point, even if we don't get a single extra skill point, uh, the weapon mastery makes a heck of a difference. I should have finished them off. There we go. That'll teach me to try to be a nice Batman. Come on. So I think we're done here. Let's see if we, let's just make sure. Oh yeah, we're done. Usually if we don't see those little yellow thingy, we're pretty much done. So we can move on, I guess, to the next quest in the chain. And as you can see in the PvP open world, there's no one else. You're pretty much by yourself. So I feel like that. So essentially, what I did was that I invited my composite Batman to be able to enter the base of one of my character that has a teleporter. Use the teleporter to go to the Hall of Doom, and from the Hall of Doom, I was able to switch to the PvP open world. Even if technically at level 5, I should not be able to. Now we have to defeat some stigma, some sigma. There it is. Essentially, those big police officers. Usually they're by themselves. Sometimes they're with other officers. Doesn't really matter at this point. I hate when that happens. Oh, there's one over there. And as you can see, telekinesis is a great one person crowd control. I know it seems like a contradiction, but so just one more. Where's our lucky? Oh, there he is. We should have some new one blasters, which most likely are better than the one we have. Oh yeah. So let's continue our mission. That's what happened when you do two things at once. My bad. So in here, we should have at least a feat or two. There is a feat involving those little cameras there. You have to destroy the cameras, and I'm there. I'm doing a few missions with our friend, the Composite Batman. So in here, for the one of the feat, we have to destroy all the cameras like this one. And also there's going to be some consoles we're going to have to destroy. We don't have to do it right away. We could do the mission and then destroy those. Destroy those. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. So we talk to our friend the Parasite, which triggers the mission. And now we And as you can see, sadly, those police officers can knock us down pretty easily. The sad part is that even if your combat rating, I don't know, 130, a level 5 character can juggle your uber powerful character. You'd figure that by the time you reach one level 130 combat rating, a level 5 police officer wouldn't be able to juggle you or knock you down. But sadly, that's not how it works. And as you can see, our mighty telekinetic power can lift barrels. Oh yeah. I don't think there's cameras in here, so we'll continue. Oh, and we have a little treasure chest just for us. An upgrade is an upgrade, even if it's not that big of an upgrade. Crap, grab the wrong thing. Which happens more often than you like. So here, there's nothing really we can do anymore. So let's grab our friend the barrel and go to the next room. And of course, we get knocked down. The drawback of having a character stuck in ice is that you can't really do anything to it while it's in ice, which is as much a drawback as a help. Sometimes it's helpful because it essentially divides the mobs. Like if you're fighting 5 enemies and you freeze 2 of them, well, technically you're only fighting 2 enemies, 3 enemies, while 2 of them are frozen. But if you're fighting only 2 enemies and they get frozen, well, you have to unfreeze them or wait for them to get unfrozen. I'm destroying those consoles because essentially the feat I mentioned is not just destroying the cameras, but we have to destroy some consoles also. Never sure exactly which consoles it requires, so I destroy all of them. And there's these 2 that you have to destroy. That technically you don't destroy all of them. You just, as you can see, you damage them, but you can't really destroy them completely. Not sure why. As you saw, the other consoles in the other room could be destroyed completely. But it could be that these ones here are the ones about concerning the feat I mentioned. So we pretty much destroyed all the consoles. If we did not, we will know by the time where we finish the mission, if we didn't get the feat, we can still come back and then look around for either cameras we missed or consoles. Like where we have a little camera here that's waiting for us to destroy it. There's also one here too. Although odds are we already bought the feat, so. But if you did not buy, as you saw, essentially just using telekinesis allowed us to have essentially to lift the barrel and use it. No need to go and pick up the barrel. We just use it and we're good to go. And obviously I have to get away from Power Girl because she won't let me click on the students. Come on. Essentially, the idea is that normally level 5 level 5 villain should not be a match for the super evil, the super powerful Power Girl. But in order to even the odds, we have all these little parasites who are draining her. So that pretty much explains how a lowly level 5 villain can defeat the almighty Power Girl, even though technically in this mission she's a level 6 hero, which sort of doesn't make that much sense, I suppose. I guess that could have been thought better. And there we go. Skippy skip. So let's see what new power will take. We'll probably stick to the telekinetic tree for a bit. let's go with the Psychic Resonance. I wasn't sure which one to take, but I will go with that one. Ultimately, in the end, we'll take all the powers we want, so it won't really matter. So technically we destroyed all the consoles and we seem to have destroyed all the camera. So we would have gotten defeat, but since we did buy a truckload of feed, odds are we already had it. But it's okay. It's good for you to know what you need to do for which feed. And again, as you see, we're pretty much on our own. The already the PvP open world is not as populated. Okay, the journal. Anyway, I know where to go. Doesn't matter. And as you can see, sometimes the journal doesn't work. Not sure why it does that at this point, but doesn't do it that often, so it's not a big deal. Uh, but if you don't know where to go next, I can see some players being confused and a bit irritated at that. Because when you're getting started, you don't know where you're supposed to go. So ideally, you need the journal or the quest tracker to tell you. So ideally, you'll need the journal or the quest tracker to tell you where to go, unless you already know.
Brainiac is throwing down on our city, and the cops are no help. This ain't just a recon mission. We want to
So
take
let's see
down
if yeah, it did fix our journal problem. We got a new mask, a new helmet, but the one we have seems to be better. So let's go see our friend Parasite.
Man, that was the best Kryptonian energy I've had in ages. Lex has another mission for you if you want it. The
When we
hive is
got a
taking
new
over
chest
Gotham
piece, so let's
transports
enjoy
down
it.
to Metrodome.
This is Lex Luthor. Since you performed the last task so admirably, I think you're the one to handle this developing situation. Hive drones are attacking crucial exobite transports near the Metropolis Metrodome. Go crush some insects.
Let's go collect our mail first. Pretty sure we may have to do some selling and buying after anyway. So we got a Harley Quinn, our free legend character, and we got the emblem for the society. Essentially, normally you're supposed to get the emblem once you reach level 30 after doing a certain mission or a certain feat. But since we did buy a truckload of feet, essentially we bought the feet that allowed you to have the emblem, so we can have it right away. So let's equip it. The sad part is that let's go and show you. The sad part is that the society emblem is really not a good one. As much as I love the Justice League emblem, this one is terrible. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to use it. Let's go back to using our super hoodie. Doesn't look very flattering, especially with the pouch in the front. But it's the only Superman. It's one of the only real Superman emblem we can get. So we'll make do with that for now.
LexCorp makes makes the best hardware and is willing to sell it to our most loyal customers.
So let's go to Metropolis, and at this point we have usually two choices. We can do the pest control mission or the Brainiac invasion mission. Well, we'll do the Brainiac one. By default, I usually go for the lowest level. So Brainiac is 5, the other one is 8. Let's go with the 5 first. And we're going to use also a little item that we were given. Come on. Essentially, we have to talk to the NPC twice. We talk to him once, and then he gives us the mission. And then, as we select the mission, we have to talk to him one more time. No idea why it works like that. I'd say it's a bit annoying at the least.
Here, ready to get some revenge on the genius who planned to digitize your powers? Then let's stomp some cans.
Here's something. Oh, there it is. Sometimes it's well hidden and you don't quite see it. Sometimes it just didn't spawn yet, or it didn't load yet. Like sometimes you'll hear the sound of the exhibit, but you won't see it, and it'll take a second or two before the exhibit loads or renders, if it makes any sense. So we're going to talk to our little friend over here to take a mission. Holy crap, it took a while for all this to render. Eons ago I bought a new PC, and when I bought my new PC, first the texture were 1,000 times better than what I was used to seeing either on my old crappy PC where I was playing with the specs to the minimum, or on my PS3. And when I bought my new PC, essentially everything would instantly render. I would see items all almost at I could look from one end to the map to the others and see everything render, every character, everything. But now it takes a few seconds for things to render. Uh, so I'm not sure if it's although right now I'm on PS4, so it has nothing to do with my PC. I guess the either there seems to be more and more lag in DC as time goes by is what I'm trying to say. More lag or more it takes longer for things to render than it used to, if it makes any sense. Anyways, I should probably take the habit of starting essentially if I start the name escapes me. Okay, that's what I thought. If I start Psychic Resonance first and then I use my other powers, I will gain power back, as you can see. And at some point, I will practically be able to use as much power as I want, as much as I want, and never run out of power, never drain my blue bar. I'm not sure why it doesn't seems to work. I guess this early on, I may not have enough vitality or something like that. So as you can see, by using Psychic Resonance first, not only do I get a bit of a healing over time, which is great to give more survivability to the character, but also I get power back, so I can cast my powers a bit more than if I wasn't using the Resonance first. Which many argue that it pretty much makes the controller role redundant or useless because they many see the controller as batteries and that's it. So they see the controller as needing to give out power and nothing
Maybe I'll
else.
do it now.
Oh
Jamming
well.
some of my signals. Hang on.
Oh yeah, we're going to use also a little thingy. Where is it?
Right, I think I blocked them.
Should I use it? I'll
Composite is
wait a bit.
capturing exobyte target
Essentially,
data
we have a
and
XP
exposing your
plus
response to
booster, which will
changes.
allow us to gain XP a bit faster. I guess I'll wait a bit before I use it. And as you can see, the almighty telekinesis picks up. It's pretty good at picking up items. I'm not sure why it doesn't seem to work as much or at all in later missions. But let's enjoy it while we can. At some point, once I manage to get the thought bubble, I'll show you. I'll show a nice combo that I used to enjoy using a lot. Sadly, when you use a thought bubble, players will pretty much cry and complain. A lot of players don't like when you put the enemies in bubbles. I I can sort of understand. You just need to I guess you need to learn how to play with bubbles, and then most people don't want to learn that or never had a reason to. Oh yeah. Sadly, all we have is a skill point, and we'll pretty much used up all the skill point we really need right now. So let's see.
That made him mad. He's on to us. Hang on. Right. I'm switching to a supercharged vacillating system, which should... No, never mind. Brainiac's bombing down troops and supplies for his invasion. He'll start modeling any moment unless you stop him.
Oh, there it is. Ah, we got a bot phone. So as you can see, if you want to feel really powerful, like an evil, powerful supervillain, or even a powerful hero, uh, buying skill points early on is a way to achieve that. Because essentially at this stage, our stats are still fairly low. Like essentially, I have 282 precision, so an extra 25 makes a bit of a difference, and even better if it's an extra 75 if I buy the feat three times, the skill three times. Like essentially, I have or is it? Essentially, I purchased might and precision three times, so I have 75 extra precision. So when your precision is 282, well, 75 of that is a big chunk. It's almost not quite one third, but well, let's say one quarter. So without it, I would have barely a bit above 200, but now I have 282 thanks to that. So it's a bit, it makes a bit of a difference early on. The thing is, as you pretty much by the time you reach tier 4, by then the stats on your gear is so high that the 75 extra precision you get from your skill doesn't matter quite as much, or some would say at all.
Cops, heroes, and now freaking Brainiac? Kick some robot for us, huh?
Essentially, the best skills are those that gives you percentages as opposed to a flat stat boost. Let's go and repair. I guess we now.
This is Lex Luthor. Since you performed the last task so admirably, I think you're the one to handle this developing situation. Hive drones are attacking crucial exobyte transports near the Metropolis Metrodome. Go crush some insects and retrieve my
Nothing
exosuits.
particular, just a habit of keeping the
Maybe
exit bits in the corner
don't ruin it now.
as I gather them. And again, no real strategy there, just something I'm used to doing. And again, as you see, there's literally oh, there is one other guy. I was about to call it quits anyway. Let's see if we can start a fight. Is he still there? Oh, that'll teach me. So, anyways, we'll stop here for now. So next time we're going to start. Essentially, we have all the hive quests to do with our old character here. I'm not sure if I'll use the booster XP boost yet. Yeah, usually it's a nice way to get to level 10 ASAP, and then having access to more skills and more weapons. I guess I'll see when we play next time. So that's it for now. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.